Well, welcome. We are here at the Media Tent at Boston Calling again with WERS. It's been such an amazing time. I'm joined by Josh from Mondo Cozmo. Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for stopping by. We were just talking about how much you killed it out there earlier.
Thanks,
amazing
man.
set. Who are you looking forward to see it today?
Tool.
Tool. That's the big buzz. I feel somewhat remiss. I have never listened to Tool.
It's just one of those bands, like in high school, I just fell in love with them, man. I'm so excited for tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of the questions I've been asking everyone this festival is, do you remember your first festival experience? Because this is Boston Calling's first festival here, so trying to get people to relive those old memories.
Yeah, we used to have like a festival in Philly when I was growing up. And I think I actually saw Tool there when I was like in high school and stuff. But I was never really a festival guy. Like, I had to grow into it for sure. It was never like just with the crowds and stuff. But the festivals these days are so well run and so like the bands are just so good. Or it just makes like coming here is such a treat, man.
Yeah, no, we heard Mumford & Sons last night.
Oh my God, I saw some pictures of that.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And there was someone that heard earlier today. I forget who it was, but it just sort of stopped me in my tracks.
Wow.
But what would be your dream venue or festival to kind of play?
What's that?
What would be your dream venue or festival to play?
Oh man, I always wanted to play Red Rocks.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've never. We just played the Gorge 2 days ago, and for the Sasquatch Festival in Washington, and that was like, wow, man, it was so pretty. But I've always had Red Rocks. Like, that was like, I would love that. Yeah.
Nice. I've always wanted to go to a show at Red Rocks too. It just seems like the coolest amphitheater. Now, you seem like you're someone who's always out on the road touring. What is the biggest sort of lesson that you've learned from life on the road, ways to keep sane while on the tour bus?
I think it's just like patience. Because there's a lot of downtime, and there's a lot of like, as much fun as you have, there's a lot of times where you're like, you just got to keep your patient, your wits about you, and not like, because you'll sit in a van for like 6 hours, you know what I mean, or like in an airport for 7 hours, and you're like, just keep a positive attitude about it, you know, just, yeah, keep it in perspective.
And where do you get your positivity and perspective from?
I don't know, man. I think my folks, I guess, because I'm so grateful to be doing what I'm doing, where I can't, I ain't digging holes today, you know what I mean? Like, I got to play rock and roll today, and you know, I'm just super blessed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you have a debut album coming out this summer. I'm sure it never gets old talking about that.
I love it.
But so what would be a debut album that you would most like to emulate? Like, sort of, what was your favorite sort of debut that really struck you?
I think, like, I remember like reading about Bruce Springsteen and stuff when that first record came out, and there was like a real buzz about him and like about his live show, and I was like, I love that kind of attitude where it's like the live show is just as good as the records, or it's a whole different thing. And yeah, if we could do something like that, that would be, I mean, geez, that'd be amazing. That's a high watermark to clear.
Well, it's set the bar high is always good, and it's one of those things that Greetings from Asbury Park didn't get the credit it did when it first came out, but now it's one of his, most beloved.
One of my favorites, man. Yeah.
It's so good, good. You recorded this album in the Joshua Tree, right? Near the Joshua. I mean, that has to be a setting to record music. There have been some very famous albums, perhaps some albums turning 30, that have been recorded in that area. What was that sort of like to be in that space?
It was cool, man. I like when Shine went to #1 at the AAA charts. It was the label called, and they're like, because we were just going to do an EP, and they're like, hey, do you mind, can we do a full length? And we're like, yeah, of course, that's great, that's awesome. And they're like, can you do it in 2 weeks? And we're like, Jesus. I'm like, yeah, I can. I'm like, but I record everything in my house. And I was like, my wife is going to kill me, because it's going to be like 12-hour days of me screaming into a microphone, you know? So I was like, I'm just going to go rent a house in Joshua Tree and just knock it out. And I did, man. And it turned out really great. And I'm so excited for everybody to hear it.
And when will that be coming out?
August 4th.
August 4th. Set your calendars right now. You totally don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Now, you have been playing in a band for a while before this Mondo Cozmo project. Was it an adjustment to sort of go from being in a band to more of a solo-oriented project?
It was a serious adjustment, because when I left ECC, it was very much a family situation, and it really broke my heart to leave, because we were really a tight-knit group. And So to start over was really scary, and I didn't know the whole time if I was doing the right thing, but I knew like I just needed to write music, and I wanted to get it out faster than I was getting it out. So I knew I had to do that. But also, like, as much as I loved being in a band, the decision-making abilities as a solo artist, like, I love it, man. It's like, you don't have to run, like, you do a photo and you don't have to run it past 3 people to get it approved. You know what I mean? It's just like, and every day I'm making decisions very quickly. And I love that because it keeps things very fresh and it keeps things moving very rapidly. Instead of like, you know, if you're working on a song and not everybody agrees on it, you're stuck. It's just like, I like to move really fast.
Nice, and being solo obviously helps with that. I read somewhere that you were joking that this is year 19 of a 20-year plan.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, what does year 20 look like for Mondo Cozmo?
I hope I'm alive.
I hope you're alive. All right, me too.
I don't know. Yeah, that's been my joke. I tell my wife it's a 20-year plan. This is year 19 because it's just starting to pick up. But yeah, I hope year 20 is just me on the road and writing and recording new music and just, you know, interacting with people, man. I love talking to people about rock and roll and meeting the fans and stuff. It's great.
Sweet, sweet. Now, I know that you mentioned your wife, that she's been a huge support system for you.
And she sings on all the recordings, too.
Oh, she does?
Yeah,
like
all the female backups are her.
So it's a family affair.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
So how do family members support? Because maybe someone's listening and their family member is a musician. What is the best way to support sort of the musician in your family?
Yeah, it's tough, man, because like with ECC, like it got to the point where it was like, it was almost a hobby, you know what I mean? And that sucks because like I really put so much time and effort into it where I was like, it killed me that it was becoming a hobby and not like my main thing. So, but like my family never wavered. They're just like, you do whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? And like, they didn't try to offer advice or anything. They just showed love and support, and it was like, it's so encouraging. And I get a buzz off of seeing how excited, like my dad got to come see us play Barclays Center.
Wow.
And that was like, wow, man, that's cool. That's really cool. And that's his kid up there, and he's pumped about it, you know?
Yeah, you've been opening for some awesome acts. Bastille, one of the best live acts going.
Yeah.
Pixies, right?
Pixies.
That was amazing.
Sound system, and yeah, I mean, we just announced some Spoon dates, which I'm really excited about, and we are busy, man, and I'm so thankful. Yeah.
So what do you like to do in your downtime?
Sleep.
Sleep? That's a good one.
I like to play with my dog.
Oh, what kind of dog?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's a good dog. His name's Cosmo. I named my band after the dog.
On the road, or does he get to, does he stay home?
He stays home.
He stays home.
He'd be a nightmare on the road.
I can only imagine a dog on the bus. But what has been one of the lessons that you have learned, maybe that people that are listening need to take something home with them, lesson that you've learned sort of from your years in music?
Honestly, man, the best advice I can get to everybody is like, just, if you got a dream, just don't stop. Just don't give up. Because I'm the living example of somebody that just was like, I'm not that good at anything else, and only the other thing I know how to do is like dig holes, and it wasn't for me, and I wish that for everybody. Just keep doing it, man. And if you hit a roadblock, just stick and move. Try something different, but don't give up.
Awesome. Well, I will let you go after this. Who are you listening to right now? Who has your ear?
I love the new Kendrick record. I love the new Spoon record. Perfume Genius is really good. There's a lot of stuff, man. It's a good time to be a music fan right now.
It's an amazing spring and summer for new releases, that's for sure. And not least among them, Mondo Cozmo. He has a new album coming out on August 4th. But don't worry, there's music to listen to in the meantime. 2 great singles, Automatic, Shine among them. Mondo, thank you, sir. Or Josh, I should say. Thank you so much for the time today.
Thanks, man. That's nice of you. Thank you very much, buddy.